Hi guys, welcome back. So in today's video we're going to be fitting a Milltek exhaust system to our MK8 Golf R. But before we jump into it, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, also notification bell, and then you won't miss if our new videos go live. So a Milltek exhaust system. So obviously this car from the factory, we didn't order it with the Aquafrich exhaust system. Regret that a little bit. Although the standard exhaust does sound a bit better than like previous year's Mark 7s, it still needs a little bit of an improvement, especially after Dom told me that the factory exhaust tips, he wasn't quite sure what looked wrong with them, but he said that they look like bog rolls, which now he said that to me, I can't unsee it, so we definitely need to replace it. So we're going to be upgrading it with Milltek GPF back, so we're leaving the GPF still in place, so non-resonated system, just like the factory system, so it doesn't have a center silencer, and obviously has a Milltek back box and some nice silver tips as well. So looking forward to getting that on the car. We're going to be recording the standard sound, static like we usually do, but then also a few drive-bys and stuff like that. So yeah, we're going to get the car in the workshop, get the exhaust out, chat to you a little bit about it, and hope you enjoy this video. Okay, so we've got the MK8 Golf R on the ramps behind me, and we just thought it'd be interesting to talk through the standard exhaust system, show you that just before we get started and install the Milltek. So obviously the exhaust system in this car is completely standard as it left the factory. So how it differs from previous Golf Rs, especially the earlier Mark 7 Golf Rs, is it's got two GPFs just here. Now the early Mark 7s didn't have these two GPFs, like gasoline particulate filters, and that's why on the later model Mark 7s, they sound completely different, a lot more muted, because these basically will restrict the power, but also restrict the sort of like tone and volume as well. So we're not going to be replacing these today, and then just a little bit further up, we've got the downpipe, which has the factory cat in it. So we're going to be leaving these two parts in place, so that's like your emission control devices. And then moving forward, you've essentially got what you would call the GPF back part of the exhaust system, which basically goes from here all the way back to the car. So you'll notice this doesn't have a center silencer in it. The reason being they did this on the GPF cars is it'd be way too quiet without. So if you go for a resonated exhaust system, generally it's going to be a lot quieter than the standard model because you're adding a silencer. So we're going to be fitting a non-res on this car. And then yeah, you've got the factory back box there with obviously the factory tips as well. And then yeah, let's show you the Milltek exhaust system we fit into the car. We'll just come down here. So we've got it all laid out in front of us here. So we've got the center pipe here. So this is a bigger 3-inch part, and this will actually mate up to a large bore downpipe and GPF delete should we wish to do that in the future. And then you've got the Milltek Sport back box. So this is going to allow for a bit more volume, a bit better tone. And also it still retains the valve control as well. So you still retain like the valve open, valve close function, so you can make it quiet, make it loud, all that kind of stuff. And then also you're going to be installing the much larger and much better looking Milltek Sport exhaust tips as well. Obviously the standard tips on this car look a lot better than the original Mark 7, but this is going to look a lot better. So let's see what these might look like if we offer these up next to the ones that are currently fitted. So yeah, excited to get this on the car, have a listen to it and see what it looks like as well. So hope you enjoy the install, and we'll show you what it sounds like at the end of the video. guys, so we're out in the MK8 Golf R. We've just fitted the Milltek exhaust system and we're gonna hear what it sounds like when we're driving the car on the road. So for this segment of the video, I've turned off all of the, or I say turned off, I've put the engine settings to pure, so you don't really get as much as that sort of like piped in setting, piped in exhaust noise, which is a bit synthetic. We don't really want that. We really want to hear the exhaust system. So first thing that I really sort of liked about this exhaust system, obviously it keeps the GPF in place, so it doesn't mess around with any of your sort of like emission control systems, stuff like that, so it's road legal in that respect. And also I didn't really notice this until Dom actually mentioned it, and he also sort of said that he didn't really realise what was wrong with the factory exhaust system until we fitted the Milltek, or an aftermarket exhaust, and that's that the factory exhaust actually looks like bog rolls. And hopefully we can put a clip of what the factory exhaust used to look like, because in retrospect that is exactly what they look like. They look better than the MK7 Golf R, but nowhere near as good as what they could be. So aesthetic wise, really liking the exhaust system upgrade. I think it really sets apart the rear end of the car versus sort of like a standard car, and also the sound isn't too intrusive inside the car. We're sort of cruising at the moment at the speed limit around about sort of like 3,000, 4,000 RPM in sport mode, and you get a nice little bit of exhaust sound, but not too much. It's not boomy inside the car, and to be completely honest, I really dislike loud boomy exhaust. I used to do that back in the day, had all the headache tablets, all that kind of stuff. I'm not about it now. So anyway, really enjoying it from that point of view. And then when you actually want to sort of like use more of the throttle, get on the power, the exhaust sound is definitely there to back it up. As the collision assist thinks we're going to go into a cyclist, but obviously we're not. So yeah, if we just get ready to open the car up. So let's get ready to do a first gear pull. Let's go. So I hope you can hear that, but you can really hear more of the exhaust system from the inside. The pops and bangs are much more pronounced as well when you let off the throttle. And then when you open the windows, hopefully this doesn't destroy the sound quality too much through the GoPros, but you can really hear it. So when you're driving around, things like that, you really want to sort of like hit the throttle, let the overrun kick in, enjoy the exhaust sound, things like that. So it definitely adds like another layer of enjoyment to the car, rather than it just being a nice place to be, nice car to look at, nice and powerful, lots of intake sounds, things like that. We've actually got some nice exhaust sounds to sort of back up all that performance as well. So yeah, really happy with this exhaust system. And we'll show you what it sounds like from a launch as well. It sounds absolutely nuts. So let's just give a launch a go now. It sounds absolutely nuts. So yeah, that's the Milltek exhaust system on the MK8 Golf R. I think a lot of people are going to be sort of like swapping out the factory exhaust systems, obviously once they start to get deliveries of the cars, things like that. It definitely adds another layer of enjoyment to the car. So yeah, we're going to be keeping this on the car, and if you want to hear what it sounds like in real life, feel free to come down, and yeah, we'll see you on the next video. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, then please give us a thumbs up. If you'd like to watch other videos of ours that YouTube thinks you'll like, then click up here. If you'd like to watch some other videos that we have in the same playlist, then click here. And obviously if you enjoyed the video, then we really appreciate if you gave us a subscription. And then obviously you'll be updated when other videos of ours go live, and you can do that quite easily by clicking here. Hope to see you soon.